Hello. So we are discussing the difference between different cities. We cannot define modern civilization without mentioning its cities. And these urban settlements vary in culture, size, and speciality, with certain areas becoming more significant throughout the development of a region. This comparison is compiled by one of the research at RTD. Historically, the size or population of a settlement was a general indicator of its importance. The bigger city, the more power it yields. However, with the large rural to urban migration of the last century, it has been harder to define what makes a city important. There are many types of urban landscapes, and for architects and planners, it is vital to efficiently categorize settlement types in order to successfully develop designs and city plans. Global city. The global city term was coined in 1991, with the cities of London, Tokyo, and New York serving as the prime examples. These cities are key locations within the world economy, acting as crucial centers for the global trading of goods and services. Not strictly dictated by population or size, it is sometimes hard to quantify what makes a global city. But there are several unifying characteristics. Economically, they must serve a variety of international economic services and host the headquarters for several multinational corporations. Socially, it must have a high diversity of cultures, religions, ideologies, and languages. There are several cities like Liverpool. It was once a global city, and now there were once global cities, but not anymore. And there are many cities whose importance is increasing, like Shanghai. So, metropolis. So, what's the difference between a global city and a metropolis? We already discussed metropolis in the previous part. The two terms vary due to the smaller emphasis of a metropolis places on international significance. The lower standard of living, development, and infrastructure in many metropolises can also impact their status as a global city. As a result, interestingly, a global city is always a metropolis. But a metropolis isn't guaranteed to be a global city, like Cairo and Lagos. What is a megacity? The term megacity was first documented by the University of Texas in 1904, and seemingly clear-cut, the definition has some ambiguity as different organizations suggest different criteria. A city with over 10 million inhabitants is the most widely accepted definition universally. However, others include urban areas with only 8 million people and also with a population density of 2000 per square kilometer as a megacity. The first megacity by modern standards was New York, which had surpassed the 10 million population mark by 1936. The early trend saw many of these cities appear in traditionally developed areas such as Paris, London, and Tokyo. However, in recent years, there has been a shift. Almost 70% of the current 47 megacities are found in Asia, and this figure is likely to increase in the coming years as the global movement into urban areas continues. Today, the top 5 populated cities are Tokyo, Shanghai, Jakarta, Delhi, and Seoul. What is a megalopolis? A cluster of well-networked cities is called a megalopolis. A term first used in the early 20th centuries, these can occur for a variety of reasons, since certain areas tend to attract more growth than others. Geography can play a large role in the location of megalopolises, as can good international and regional transport links. The subsequent, sorry for the inconvenience. The subsequent economic growth of one city can have a positive impact on neighboring locations. One of the first examples of a megalopolis was the northeastern coast of the USA, from Boston to Washington. The Bosch megalopolis, much like megacities, however, there are more of these regions developing in Asia than anywhere else right now, such as the Pearl River Delta in China and the unified Jakarta-Bandung metro area in Indonesia. Metropolitan is same as metropolis. So a metro area usually comprises multiple jurisdictions and municipalities. So what's the difference between a metropolitan city, also called a metropolis, and a cosmopolitan city? So a metro area usually comprises multiple jurisdictions and municipalities. As social, economic, and political institutions have changed, metropolitan areas have become key economic and political regions.